Hey boo, hey, it's your girl Diva, and I'm here, guys. We are about to talk about this, okay? It's so many things I've seen in this community, in the spiritual community, since, crossing over and becoming more spiritual, more supernatural, more into telling about, the things that I have went through or I've seen, okay? When it comes to the spiritual aspect of the journey, I've seen people have been cursed, have sacrificed things and animals and people. Like, literally, I hadn't seen it, but I've seen like videos where people have done this, and it's just so crazy to me. But I've also seen where people have blessed other people as well in the community. But you more so hear on the side of people using witchcraft and manipulation, doing OBA and all types of incantations and rituals, doing things and joining groups and cults. Like, y'all, people doing things like that. It's like when you see all of these things being said, it really makes you super aware, really, what people do to gain fame, to gain success and wealth. And this is really like going around in the world today. Like, people are literally doing this. It's not only the celebrities, it's people in your own family. It's people all around you in your neighborhood that has certain things. But here's some videos I want you guys to watch. So make sure you guys stay tuned. We're going to do the song real quick because I know y'all love to hear the song. Then we're going to go into the videos, okay? I am the diva, you heard about me. About to give you a message, come listen to me. I'm a diva, I'm a diva. That's my intro. If you like it, please be sure to hit the like button, share the video. And y'all know all the things that I'm offering here on this channel. Look in the description bar below. Make sure you hit me up, hit the like button, share the video, and stay tuned, girl, because we got some tea. Okay, here we go.
Let's talk about how I think that my grandma sacrificed her whole entire family, her kids included, to have a wealthy life. She currently lives in New Jersey in a gated community. So let's talk about it. Boom, she was married to my papa for so many years. Like, they had two kids together, and then she had a third kid that wasn't his, but he ended up having to take care of because she just left her kids behind with him. And he was in the Air Force. They were living on the base, so he had to retire. Let's get into it. When she got kicked off base, she basically gave the third baby to the biological dad and the biological grandma. But a year later, my papa had to go back and get her because they put her in scorching hot water and burnt her. So service called them. Well, actually called my grandma, but she didn't want to come back and get her. So my papa went and got her, even though that wasn't his kid. So fast forward, he ended up raising all three kids, and he got married again. And that second wife was hell. Horrible. She loved me, though, but I'm talking about how she treated his actual kids. Horrible. She treated me lovely, but she treated the kids horrible. So I didn't meet my grandma until I was probably like 15 years old. I was like 10th grade in high school. And I remember meeting her, and she was like, "You're so beautiful. You remind me of you, of me, blase, blase. I want you to move to New Jersey so you can finish college from here." I didn't take her up on the offer because I don't even know you, lady. Where the fuck you come from? Who are you? I thought my grandma was somebody else. Like, you get what I'm saying? Family secret. Okay, let's go back to the first time me meeting her at the funeral, at my great-grandma's funeral. That's when I met her husband and also my uncle, her son, that was like 1 year younger than me. And I was like, wait, what? She's raising him lovely. Great. He's spectacular. Like, living the life that we deserve. All of us. You get what I'm saying? Luxury. I'm not even jealous. I'm not even mad. You get what I'm saying? Like, we just gonna continue. She proceeds to tell her son that my mom and her brother and her sisters are not his siblings. They're his cousins. Mind you, that's his fucking siblings. But she always keep in contact with my mom, which is the oldest kid. My mom is the oldest child, so she always contact her like twice a year, every 6 months. She'll send her pictures and be like, "Yeah, Samantha, please don't post these pictures of me. I don't want anyone to see." Fast forward to my papa passing last year in September. Okay, she ended up calling my mama, sending her condolences, blase. She did not come and take care of her kid. I mean, I wasn't expecting that. I mean, I was kinda, because I thought like one day she would like, step up. fooled the fuck out of me. Then, my mom house caught on fire, right? So, my mom was staying in a hotel at the moment, but she was gonna come to my house. So I'm just in there chilling. We was in there smoking or whatever, but she on the phone with her. She gonna be like, so what Kira say about you moving, you living with her until you find another house? Bitch, what the fuck did you say? You got the money, Irons. Send some bread, bitch. You ain't did shit. What the fuck you talking about? What I'ma do? What you gonna do? That's your daughter. That's my mama. Go the fuck on, man. Literally just my mama's handler. She calls her twice a year just to check on her. My mom give her a rundown on her life. And then you don't hear from this bitch for another 6 months. And then she comes sending pictures, showing that she's going to Pilates, showing that she's in a run club, showing the house that she's living in, showing that she go get Botox every month. But your kids are living in the hood.
Do y'all realize that y'all have family members who are the reason behind the deaths in your family? There is so much that everybody needs to learn about what's going on in the spiritual so people actually understand what warfare is. Because like I said, you're not learning it at church. I actually had to give my whole life in warfare so that I can educate people on this. But do you know people in your family are they are directly responsible for the deaths in your family? I'm going to tell y'all how. But when y'all see a live pop up with my name on it, y'all better click on it because I'm going to be teaching all these things. But I'm going to tell y'all how. Okay, so some people, it could even be one person. Even though that may not be the religious beliefs of your family, that is not the root of your family. That's not what y'all believe in. Y'all could be a family that had always believed in Jesus Christ, always went to church, was a Christian. That's the root of your family. But then you'll have that one that chooses to do something different. And that one starts dabbling in different arts, okay? And the thing about these different religions and the dark arts and, the practice of voodoo and all that stuff, spell work, all that crap. But it actually works. Because if it didn't, God wouldn't have to speak about it all throughout the Bible. So it is a craft that works. The only problem with the craft is I don't think that they're educated within their own books that they can do it. They can destroy somebody's life. They can. But they have to pay for that. And if they're not the ones paying for it, it's going to hit somebody in the bloodline, somebody in the family may have to go. Because that's how that works. There's consequences for playing in that stuff. And I really, honestly, in my heart, I believe that people cannot know that for real. But then again, the most narcissistic, weakest people in the family is typically the ringleader and shit like this. So people like that, actually, they don't have a heart. So they really don't care about nobody in the family. And so they really don't care that this shit will ricochet and hurt a family member, if not take them out. I don't think they care, because if they did, they probably wouldn't have rings of this shit when they create this type of stuff and then start having their children do it and their grandchildren do it. Anyway. So you have this one person, because we're going to go back to one. We have one person in the family who is dabbling in the dark arts, and they're doing things to other people, or they're even doing things to family members. And then somehow someone in the family gets terminally ill. And everybody in the world has been, living life believing that, when you get sick or when anything happens to you, you can break your leg. Anything can happen to you, okay? And we are taught to believe that such is life and such is not life. Because if you read the word, God will it that we be in good health. So if our health is affected in any way at all, I'm talking about a common cold, as simple as that, that's still the effect of either someone throwing that at you or the practice of someone doing it in the family, the backfire of the things that they're doing that you don't even know that they do. You don't even know they do that. And now you're being affected. Or maybe you lose one of your children and have no idea that it is directly connected to what the family or someone in the family practices behind closed doors, behind your back, while in your face, representing themselves as a child of God, a Christian, a Catholic, anything like that. But behind closed doors, they practice that. Then all of a sudden, your child is gone prematurely in life. And then that's the main person crying at the funeral. They're the ones that's looking for all the attention. Want everybody to call them for months and months after to see how they're doing. And they're the ones who's practicing the stuff, sending it out to other people. And then when the stuff is returned to sender, the energy has to go back somewhere, and it ends up hitting one of their family members. So it's not that the person that they sent it to returned it to that family member. The person literally, all you have to say when you are walking upright, because it's in the power of our tongue, is I return it to sender when you feel it coming your way. If you even feel something on your body, you return it to the sender. So I'm telling you all this because when God had opened my eyes to my friend group, right? I know one that married a Mason and was in a sorority. 2 of them were in sororities. The other one is just a following idiot that would just do anything other people do. And it was clear that her family probably was more into the dark arts because I met both of her parents being crackheads. That is a direct result of dabbling in that stuff. So, because it'll, have you on drugs. That is, let me tell you something. God got promises that people need to understand. So, anyway, it caused me to kind of keep my distance from her. And actually, I used to hate when her number would pop up on my phone because we wouldn't talk much. Like, we can go a whole year and never spoke. But then she would call me and I would feel bad because I don't really know what to say right now as far as, like, I already know who she is. So how do I play this off, because I don't really care if we never really speak again, but I don't want to be rude, So I would still, like, entertain her a little bit or whatever. But I remember that her mother passed away. This was around 2015 or something. And me and her mom, I knew her mom since we were growing up. Like, that girl used to be like my close bestie, you know what I mean? So I've been to her parents' house a million times. Me and her mom was really, really cool. And even after we grew up and the bestie moved away, her parents still lived in my hometown. So I still stayed, really cool with the parents. Would check on them if they needed me to run an errand, things like that. But when her mom passed away, I did not go to that funeral. And the reason why I did it is because days before her mother passed away, the Lord put it in my spirit to contact her mother. And I did. The enemy does not want me telling this story. Anyway, so what I told her mom was that her mom at the time had cancer or something. And I asked her if she believed in the Lord and if she understood that that it's her walk with God that even allowed her to get cancer. And, I just really want to talk to her really about repenting and things like that because I figured that she got this daughter, but this daughter be playing church woman. She plays church woman, but her soul is wicked. So because of that, she's not paying attention to the fact that we as real children of God, we had the power to change that situation just with the knowledge and the healing of that person, right? Anyway, so I remember I was about to talk to her about that and her phone beeped. And then she was like, hey, I'm going to call you right back. Somebody's on the other line. So I said, okay. And she didn't call me back. And within that week, she was gone. And I felt really angry because I was upset with her daughter. We were friends for a long time. And even though we're not that close anymore, I know your parents. And I know that you walk around here acting like your parents are your everything. But it is the things in which you practice, just your envy for me, that causes her to do the things that she do behind the scenes. Took her mother out. And in that particular friend group, which these were my high school friends, at least those 3, all 3 of their moms left this earth. Maybe they thought it was funny that me and my mom wasn't that close, but I didn't have that type of mom. That is not somebody that I wanted to be close with. That is a soap opera queen. That is not somebody that I was trying to be close with. So for them to get close to my family, knowing that they had a mother that loved them, that they should have been focused on and living upright and not doing the things that they're doing that would have backfired and caused the illnesses and the deaths of their own mother. We're going to talk more about this because people really need to understand the spiritual realm and what's actually going on and why it's important. Why the word says, my people perish for a lack of knowledge. God's people have been perishing forever. It's time to change that narrative. So y'all start joining me.
Snacks in hand, the vibe is set, and once I start, you won't forget. Don't eat too much, because you gotta stay fine. But come on, bestie, it's story time! How did I even come up with that song? I don't even remember, but y'all love it. I love it too, though. But hey, bestie, I missed you. You got your snack? You got your rolling equipment? Okay. Gentle reminder that I'm dropping my song on Valentine's Day, so check that out. It's like an early 2000s dance hall kind of song, you know? Anyway, let's get to the story. The story is actually from Nigeria, so let's call her Emily. So Emily follows me, obviously, and one day, Emily was scrolling through TikTok, and she stumbled upon one of my videos where I was explaining how you probably have bad energy on you and you don't even know. And so I was, saying the signs and stuff. For example, if it don't matter how long you sleep, when you wake up, you still feel drained, and not drained from being tired, but more so drained like somebody's feeding off your energy. I also said if you wake up randomly at 3 a.m. all the time, I was, naming a couple stuff that could let you know. And so I was kind of like checking off everything that was happening to her. So she was like, oh. And that was around the time when I first came out with my ebook. I don't know if y'all remember. So I was promoting and everything. Now, this story is in the time frame of a year because I dropped my ebook last year, like around this time. Anyway, she saw it. She lives in Nigeria. She wanted to support me, so she got the book. She read the book. She loved it. She didn't actually really use it. Like, she got it, but she said she was gonna use it, but never did, right? So, 2 weeks passed, and she's scrolling on TikTok again. She's, looking for one of my stories. And so she finds the story, snack time, whatever. But that time, I was talking about a spiritual husband. Y'all know I be talking about that. And then she started to realize everything I was saying in that video, it started checking off for her, too. She can't keep a relationship. Sometimes she'll wake up with bruises. And she's Nigerian, so she knows about these things, right? However, she don't really want to get into it. So the most that she does is, she prays. But she's also not a big religious person either. She doesn't go to church, Anyway, she's like, you know what? I'm finally going to use the ebook. So she decides to do that. Now, she couldn't really do, some of the spiritual baths because some of the ingredients in Nigeria, she couldn't really find. But, of course, she did the fast. So, first day of fasting, everything went fine. She goes to sleep. And, of course, here come the nightmares. I don't understand why all these stories are kind of the same. You know what I mean? There's always a nightmare after the first day. Or it's after the last day. Anyway, so she goes to sleep that night. She wakes up and she's in sleep paralysis, right? There's a man, an angry looking man with no face. The man has no face, but somehow she can tell that the man is angry. And he's just at the foot of her bed, just staring. The energy felt scary. But she said for some reason, she didn't feel scared. She was supposed to, but she was gaining some kind of confidence. So boom, that happens. Now at the time the book had just came out, so I didn't have too many reviews I be telling y'all. So immediately she starts getting scared. She's like, oh my God, what did Blizzy put in this book? Did this girl just curse me? What is happening? So she's on freak out mode. But then she felt it in her spirit to just keep doing the fast, right? She had to think about it she kind of is doing this because she feels like she has a spiritual husband. So the fact that she just dreamt of a man standing at the foot of her bed, maybe she's doing the right thing, right? So cool. So she does the second day. That night, everything's fine. No nightmare. She slept normally. The fast went great. And so she goes on to the third day of fasting. Third day. So she does the third day of fasting. Everything goes well. That night, she's anxious. She's expecting, she goes to sleep. She wakes up in the middle of the night at exactly 3:03 a.m. She went to the bathroom and just started throwing up her life away. She's throwing her guts out. She genuinely feels like she's about to pass away. But eventually, she stops throwing up after about 3 hours of throwing up. It's 6 in the morning now. The sun is starting to come out. Finally, she stopped throwing up and she is so drained that she passes out right in front of the toilet. She said she had to have been passed out from between 5 to 10 minutes because when she woke up as if she didn't even just pass out. She had all the energy in the world. She's not dehydrated right now from throwing up for 3 hours. She gets up, she drinks some water, she eats some food, she goes on about her day, she feels great, she feels fine. And so in the middle of her day, she gets a phone call from her grandma. She picks up the phone, she's like, hey grandma. Immediately, her grandma is cursing her out. And I mean calling her out her name, cursing her out. Now, growing up, her and her grandma didn't really have much of a relationship. She always felt as though like her grandma didn't like her. So they never really had much of, but you know, that's her grandma, you know? So grandma's on the phone like, I always knew you was a disappointment. You want to kill me. You want to kill me. So Emily's on the phone like, no, ma, I don't want to kill you. Or why would I want to kill you? I didn't do anything to you now. And grandma's on the phone like, you will not kill me. You will not kill me. And grandma hangs up. She's confused. But little did she know, shit's about to get real.